Hi guys, welcome back to this course. This is part 2 if you've already watched part 1. I'm glad you're here, and if you haven't, part 1 will be linked in the description. In this course, we're going to learn about arithmetic operations, and then we're going to create a small game as our project. So I want to quickly talk to you about operators or math operators. We've been using the plus sign so far, but in Python, you can actually use any operation you have in mind. So you can use minus, you can use multiplication, you can use division, and you can even use modulo. So basically, you can use any operation you want. Alright, now let's see this in code. So here I'm going to perform multiple operations. So first I'm going to create two variables. There's going to be variable A and variable B. So A is going to equal to 100 and B is going to equal to 50. So we're going to use these to perform our operations. If you've watched part 1, I hope now you know that these variables are integers. Our first operation will be plus. So I'm going to write C equals to A plus B. And then I'm just going to print it down here. Just print. So C value is, I'm going to put a comma and put C. So whatever C turns out to be is going to be here. And then next we have minus, so I'm going to write C equals to A minus B, just the same as the plus. And I'm going to print it as well. C value is, you could just copy and paste this. So how this will work is that after doing the math operation, I will print out the value. So we'll have the value over here after it's printed, and then we're just gonna copy and paste another one like what we did here. C equals to A minus B, and before that it was plus, so A plus B, and then it printed the value, whatever it turned out to be, and then we replace it with the minus operation. So then this one is also going to do the same. It's going to print out the value, whatever A minus B is. It's going to put it on the console here. And then it'll go on. So we can paste another one under. And it will replace the others above it because our computer reads from top to bottom. So the next is multiplication. We can just do the same. I'm going to print it this time. I'm gonna paste it like this, and then of course change this. So multiplication, it was X, but in programming we use this star over here. And then I'm going to do the same for division as well. And then for division, it's actually slash, so just A slash B, and it's gonna be A divided by B. So yep. And then we can run the code now. I'm going to run it. Over here, we click the play button over here. Run file. Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot a comma, and we just, okay. So, yeah, remember to add a comma over here. Alright, let's start it again. And over here it says Z value is 150, so that's 100 plus 50, the first operation. Correct. The next operation is 100, which is the A and the B, minus 50, so only 50, that's correct also. And then multiplication is 100 multiplied by 50, so that is correct as well. And then division is 2.0. So For division, the variable type will convert to float by default. So all of the others here are integers, but for division, it is float. And it makes sense because usually by division, we get some decimal values. Like us over here, 2.0. It has a decimal point. Alright, that's it for math operations. And now we'll be creating our first project. Finally, we're going to create a small game that's going to generate a random number for each player. This might seem confusing, but it's really simple, so let me show you the overview. Okay, so here is how the game looks like. So first of all, I'm going to show you what each part of the code does for the game. So this one over here is asking the player to enter their name. So I'm asking player 1, enter your name please. And then they'll enter their name, and then they will get their very own random number. So over here, rand in, and then the random number will be between 0 to 10. So player 1's random number over here. And that is the same with player 2, 3, and 4, or 5, maybe if you have that many players. I only have 3, so yeah. So, and then again, I'm asking player 2, enter your name. And then they'll get their very own random number as well, and that goes the same for player 3. And then we print it, so let's say player 1, whatever their name might be, got a value of, player 1's random number is going to be over here. So whatever the random number turns out to be, it'll be over here. So let's just run the code. So we're gonna enter our first name, let's say Livia, second name Billy, and then the third name is Bob. So Livia got a value of 2, Billy got a value of 1, and Bob got a value of 8. So in this game, the player with the highest number wins. So in this case, it's Bob. Bob won because 8 is bigger than 1 and 2. And yeah, that's basically it. It's a super simple game, and it should be easy. It won't be confusing at all, and hopefully this is clear enough to give you kind of an idea of what the game is going to be like. Okay, so let's begin writing our code. So first of all, I'm going to import a module. Python has a lot of modules, meaning we can download and install a lot of libraries for Python. And that's why it's so powerful. The module we will be importing is called random, and how we're going to put it in our code is we have to write import like this, and then the module name. So import random, since our module name is random, so import random just like this. And so I'm going to quickly show you how you can generate a random number. So I'm going to create a variable called x, just like this, and that's where I want to store the random number in. So x equals to random dot random integer, so rand int, you can write it like that. And then we will put the range, so I'm gonna put it, for example, just 0 to 99. And now we will print our variable x. So print x just like this, and then we're gonna click this run file button. And here we got the number 16. So it generated a random number from 0 to 99. Alright, now to the game. I'm going to delete the print over here, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this as for our game. We can use it. So first we want the user to input a name, and this is also basically like creating a player. I'm gonna write name 1. And like we learned from part 1, we're gonna write input. So in goes to input. And then we're gonna ask the user to enter their first name. So enter first name. Just like this. Maybe I'll put the E in capital. And then we're gonna randomize this. So the X, I'm going to change it to name 1 random number. So this is the random number for player 1 or name 1. Actually, maybe we can just use players. That'll make it easier in my opinion. So player 1 and player 1's random number. I'm just changing the names, and then equals to already random dot randint, random integer, and for the range I'm going to make it 0 to 10, only 10 this time. So it's going to generate a random number between 0 and 10. Okay, we're not going to print anything yet. We will print the result at the end. Now we can just copy and paste this, just like this. But make sure to change the player number, since this is like creating a new one, a new player. It can be the same. So I'm gonna make it 2 since it is the second player. I'm not gonna change anything else. It's just a number, it's super easy. And then I want 3 players. So I'm going to paste another one. You can paste as many as you want, but I only need 3 for now. So I'm gonna change it to player 3. It's our third player. So my game is only gonna consist of 3 players. That's it. I'm going to now print, since this is the end of my game. Since I only have 3 players, it's super easy, right? We're already almost done. So I'm going to write print the brackets, and then player 1, comma. I'm gonna put these. Got a value of, that's gonna be the random number that I got. So player 1 random number. So the same as this one, because this is what creates the random number. And this is just asking the player to input their name, and then this is generating the number. So over here is player 1, so whatever they input as their name. And then this is from us, this is got a value of, so their name got a value of, then the random number. So we don't know the random number yet, so yeah. So depending on your players, you're gonna copy and paste this just the same amount as your players. I'm gonna copy and paste it 2 more times, and of course change the player numbers so it doesn't get mixed up, obviously. So if I only have 3 players over here, then I'll only print 3 players. And well, that's it. So that's it. That's the game. It's super easy, super simple. Now we can run it. So I'm gonna click run. Enter first name, let's say my name, Livia. And then the other name, let's say Billy. And then the other name, let's say Bob. So in this game, the player with the highest number wins. So in our case, Livia got a value of 6, Billy got a value of 1, and Bob got a value of 2. So I won, technically, because I have the highest number. And well, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next courses. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you next time.